Geo for today. Okay. So we're finding the surface area of this. So what we want to do is kind of break this thing up into different shapes. So first of all, the easy part is right here. This is 22. This is, I can't read that. Is that 10? Does it say 10 on the left side?
On the left side, it says 10, yeah.
And is it 20 or 22 on the bottom? I can't read it.
22.
It is 22. Okay. And on the right side, it's 13.
Yes.
And then on the top, is this 8 right here?
Yep.
Okay. And then this also here, this is 10. This side is 10.
Mm-hmm.
And then is this just the height right here? That's 9?
Yes, that's 9.
Okay. So that's probably 10 square. I'm assuming that this is 10 square right here. That's 10 also? Okay.
Yeah.
So the surface area, what we're going to do is first find, okay, so we're going to find, first of all, the surface area of these shapes right here. So what would that area be of what I just shaded in?
It would be, so we have,
I'm going to call that A. I'm going to call that A. What would the area of A be?
Oh, okay, of the bottom, it would be 22 times 8 is 176.
It's actually 22 times 10.
Is it just base times height?
Or wait, what's the 10 there?
The 10
Maybe I'm looking at
is
the wrong
for
thing.
the
Oh, it is.
pyramid.
Got it. My fault. Yeah. I thought that 10 was that side. No, you're right. So 10 is the base of that triangle. Okay. So yeah, it's 8. You're right. This side right here is 8. Good. So it's 22 times 8
is 176.
Good. And how many of those are there?
2.
Very good. There's 2 of those. Okay. So I've got times 2. I'm going to have 2 of those. And that's going to cover that one and the one on the back, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then how about this side right here? I'm going to change the color to yellow. What would this area be right here?
8 times 13 is 104.
Good. So I'm going to call that B. And whoops, I'm going to call that B. And how many of those are there?
2.
Good. So there's B. And there's 2 of those. So it's 13 times 8. What do you say that number is?
13 times 8 is 104.
Okay. And there's 2 of those. So that covers those. Now, what other side do I need?
Like front and back.
Yeah. Or let's call it top and bottom, right? So like this, the bottom right there. Do you see that bottom? Kind of hard because I'm just these different shapes. Do you see how I'm shading that bottom piece?
Yeah.
We'll call that C. And what's that going to be?
286.
22 times 13, right?
Yeah, 286.
286. And how many of those do we have?
2.
We have 2, but then we have to subtract
the pyramid.
Yeah, that base of that pyramid, right? So we're going to subtract out, what's the base of that pyramid?
The perimeter?
Yeah, what's this pyramid right here? What do I have to subtract out? What's that?
40.
Isn't it 10 times 10?
Oh, 10 times. Okay, so 100.
Right? You see that?
Yeah.
So I've got to subtract out 10 squared or 100. So that's going to cover everything from that base. And now all I need is that triangular prism up here.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the formula for a triangular prism?
Half perimeter. The what's it called? The L.
1/2 perimeter times L, which is slant height.
Oh yeah,
right?
So 1/2 perimeter slant height plus base.
Plus the base, but do I need the base in this case?
No.
I don't, because that base. That's right. I'm already subtracting out that base over there because that that's just setting right on top of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm assuming that they don't want that as the surface area. They just want the outer surface area. Yes?
Yeah.
All right. So what's the perimeter?
Perimeter is 40.
Okay. So that one wasn't too hard, right? The perimeter is 40 and what is
Slant height.
the slant height? Yeah, that's the trickiest part. How am I going to find that slant height?
Pythagorean theorem.
Okay, good. So my slant height, I'm going to draw a picture here. There is the 9 right here. And then I'm going to have this side here, and I'm going to have that here, and this is the slant height, correct?
Yeah.
So that's this picture. I'm going to draw it in up there. That's what I just drew down at the bottom. So what side, what's the bottom right there? What's the length of this bottom piece right here?
We don't I don't think there is any. Or they don't give it in
Well,
the picture.
how can you find it? If you know this full length is 10, what do you
Oh,
know about that?
then it would be 5.
Very good, it'd be 5. So how do I solve for L? Remember, this
So
is a right triangle.
9 squared plus 5 squared, and then equals your slant height, and then you
So
just rest it.
So 81 plus 25, which is 106. So L is the square root of 106.
Yeah.
Right? Did I do that right?
Yeah.
So this is 1/2 40 times the square root of 106. So 40 and 2 can cancel out, and that can become 20, right?
Mm-hmm.
The square root of 106, if you want to simplify that, that's not a pretty number. Let's see, 106, here's how I'd simplify that if your teacher wants you to do this. That's 2 and 53. And I don't think 53 breaks down at all. I think 53 is a prime number. So 106 is also in lowest terms. Square root of 106 is already simplified.
Yeah.
Get how I did that?
Yeah.
So, so my answer, the surface area, is going to be all of these things added together. So my surface area of this shape is going to be equal to, let's go ahead and multiply these out. What's 176 times 2?
176 times 2 is 352.
And what's 104? I can do that, 208.
208, and
And what's
then
286 times 2?
286 times 2 is 572.
Minus 100.
Minus 100, 472.
Okay, and then we got the 20 root 106. So add these three numbers together, because those don't have a radical next to them, right? So they're like terms. So what do those add to?
1032.
Okay, I'm trusting you. I'm not checking.
350.
1032 plus 20 root 106. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
See how we came up? See how we did all that? You good with that?
Yeah. So
Any questions about that? Or I don't know how they asked you to write the answer. Are you doing this on like a Jam or on a Math Excel or something?
no, it's just a worksheet.
Okay. So that's,
So
I don't know if they wanted you to write it in exact form,
I
but
think
that
that's
would be, yeah.
okay. And
All right,
then
page 2. So there's, if you have the school Chromebook, like I said, there's a control button there, I think. And then there's a, at the very top, like above, like number 4, 5, or 6 or something.
yeah,
There's a,
I found the option. I just like don't know. I don't know if I have to like upload a photo or
oh, you found it? You found it and you know
yeah,
how
like
that
I know
works?
how to get there.
Oh, okay.
I
Then
know
you
how
just
to
go, then it should take a it should like take a screenshot of it, or you can copy it, or, and then you can paste it into page 2. Or you can click the plus button and you could add an image. See the plus button down there on the Jamboard? See that in the lower left? Do you have a plus button like this on the Jamboard that you can see?
No.
I don't know what the Jamboard looks like from a Chromebook. It's got a little bit of a different interface.
Yeah, I don't have the plus.
Well, there should be some button that allows you to add an image to it. Anyway, we can figure that out later. If you want to just tell me what the problem is, sometimes pictures are just easier if you can take a screenshot of them. What's the next problem that you have?
I'll try to figure that out. It's a cylinder,
Okay.
but there's also like a cone inside of it.
Okay, it's a cylinder with a cone inside.
Yeah, that's what at least what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna need the picture.
Yeah.
Can you take a picture again and just try to do a close up this time of the picture?
Yeah.
Before you paste it, try to zoom in. It'll be better.
Is that maybe if you?
No, that's the same one that you did before.
Yeah. I don't know how to get the image on here. Maybe I can try to take a picture with my phone.
Is that what you tried to do last time? You take a picture with your phone?
No, but I'm trying to do that now. Maybe that will work.
Do you know what the model of your Chromebook is that you have? Is it a HP? I forget. HP or Dell?
It's HP.
Yeah, so the snipping tool, look at what my directions say. Control Alt and then the show windows button.
Yeah, I got there.
You did that.
But then I don't like get how to like actually
and then it'll give you a little plus, like a little plus sign, and you drag it over what you want it to take a picture of. And then it takes like a screenshot like it would on your phone, and then it should pop up in the bottom, and then you can copy it or paste it, or it'll put it in the images in your on your Chromebook. Getting it or no?
No, here,
I'm surprised you've never had to do this in school before.
Yeah,
Oh,
we don't
here.
do jam boards that much.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's watch this little snip. It's worth the time here. And then not really this whole thing. Come on, just tell me.
Google Advanced Image Search will help you find images that you can use in your projects without getting in trouble for using copyright. I will search for a picture of dogs and scroll down. Usage rights needs to be set to free to use, share, or modify. Now it's going to show me all of the images I can use in my project, and I will not get in trouble for copyright.
Okay,
there are two ways that you can screenshot or screen capture and put into projects. The first one is a screen capture. We'll take a picture of your entire screen and you can paste it into a document. To screen capture, you are going to hold down the control button as well as the button above the number 6.
Got it. You got that right?
Corner,
you did that
it
one?
now says screenshot taken. Click to view or copy to clipboard.
You copy it to clipboard.
I will choose copy to clipboard.
Does it give you that option? Copy to clipboard. Once you take it, does it pop up as a little picture in the bottom right?
Yeah, you're right. I think I got it. If you go back on the Jamboard, I think it's much clearer now.
And if you do it with the cropped screenshot, it's much better.
Yeah.
Did you say you put it on page 2?
I put it on page 2, yeah.
All
I
right.
don't know why
Sometimes
it's not popping up.
it'll pop up. Sometimes I have to close it down and open it back up because it doesn't show up. There
There
we
we
go.
go.
You got it. Perfect. All right. See, now we've learned something. That's good.
Yeah. All right. Sorry
Okay,
about
so we have, so what's the do we want volume or surface area? What do we want here?
that. Still surface area.
Okay, so there's a couple things we're gonna have to do with this one. First of all, we're gonna take the surface area of the cylinder, right? That's the
Okay.
full cylinder, like the lateral cylinder. What's the formula for that?
2 pi r height plus 2 pi r squared.
2 pi r height. That's going to be this area. 2 pi r height is going to give us the area of that right there, that surface area of just the lateral, right? That's the lateral surface area. You got it? The lateral of the prism. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now, and then if I want to add 2 pi r squared, that's going to be, each one of those pi r squareds is the top and the bottom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Because
Yeah.
pi r squared is the area of the circle. So this is the top and bottom. But then what am I going to have to subtract out?
The cone.
Yeah, I'm going to have to subtract out
That little circle.
that circle right there from the cone, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to subtract out whatever that is, pi r squared, and that's a different r, right? So I'll call it r sub c for r of the cone. Got it?
Yeah.
You okay with me writing these formulas out? But then I
Yeah.
have to add in, then I'm going to have to add in the surface area of the actual cone itself,
Okay.
right? Because that's adding more surface area. And what is the surface area of a cone? Now I want the lateral surface area of the cone. What's the surface area of a cone?
Pi r slant height plus pi r squared.
Well, we don't need the pi r squared because that's this top piece right here, right?
So just pi
So
r.
all I need is pi r and then the slant height. Isn't it 1/3 pi r slant height or no? Or is it pi r
I
slant
just
height?
have pi r slant height. Yeah.
Okay. I believe you. I don't have those formulas on me. I think I'm thinking of like a volume formula for a cone or something. Okay. So how do we find, so we know all these R's, right?
Yeah.
All these H's, right? We've got, here's the H. This H is 24, so that's my H in these formulas. My R, what's my R?
Are we 2010?
Yeah, do you see how 10 is my first R, and then this is my second R. This is my R sub C, 7, right? So I got I got everything I need except L. How do I find L?
Pythagorean theorem again.
That's right. So I'm going to draw my triangle in here. I'm going to put it out here to the side so you can see it better. And this distance is 7. This distance is what? What's that distance right there?
25.
24.
20. Oh yeah, 20.
Oh, did they already tell me? They did tell me the slant height. I didn't even have to solve it. I didn't see it over there. The slant height is 25. They already gave that to us.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's just plug everything in. So my equation is going to be 2 pi r. The first r was what?
10.
And what was the h?
24.
Good. Plus 2 pi, that first r again was 10, right? Squared. Don't forget squared. Minus pi, what was the second r?
7.
Good. 7 squared plus pi r. What was the first r? I'm sorry, the second r.
7.
And the slant height?
25.
Good. So now I just multiply all these together. So 240. So that's 480 pi plus 200 pi. See what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Minus 49 pi. Plus 175 pi. And since those all have pi's, what can I do with all those numbers?
Just add them together.
Yeah, I can add them or subtract them together. So take my calculator out.
So
480
plus 2 minus.
So you got 806 pi.
Yeah.
All right, got how that works?
Yeah.
Good with that? All right, you want to post another question on there?
Yeah, let me do that real quick. On slide 3, right?
Yeah, slide 3.
Oops. It's getting through there. It's loading right now.
Still loading up.
Yeah, it's loading. It's almost there. Is insert.
All right. So what's our game plan for this one?
Surface area again.
Okay. Now notice this is kind of a weirder shape. This is a triangular prism, right? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
And they're giving you, it's kind of hard to tell, but they're giving you have you used the word apothem yet? Apothem?
Yeah.
Okay, so that seems like that's what they're giving us down here, right?
Yeah.
And don't we have an area for something with an apothem? Do we have a formula for that?
That is like that's in like in the polygon
Oh,
formula.
I guess we don't. Yeah, I guess we don't really need that. That's just the height for a triangle. That's just the height.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. That's in a regular polygon, bigger than something like this. So this is kind of hard to read. It looks like it's 8 by 8 by 8. So it looks like it is an equilateral triangle at the bottom there. Do you see that? Because
Yeah.
that's the same as that. And this back one is the same as that back one. So this is really an 8 by 8 by 8. And the height is 6. So how do I take the or how do I find the area of this right here?
Just half base times height, right?
That's right. Good. So it's 1/2 base times height, which is that.
So it'd be half of 4 times 6.9.
Well, it's not half of 4. It's half of 8, which is 4.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Okay.
So that is 13.8.
Okay. Now, don't we have a formula for the lateral area? Actually, no, we don't need that. I don't think we need that, because notice we're not going to have this top one. That's just the bottom. But then we have 3 of these rectangles, right? And what's each one of those going to be? What's the area of each one of those?
80.
Good. And so we have 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
So that's 80 inches squared, and there's 3 of those. So 80 times 3 is 240 inches squared. And then we just have to find the area of that top, those top triangular pieces, which again, aren't those all going to be the same?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
so those are, whatever that is, we're gonna multiply it by 3. And how do I find the area of that?
just half base times height again.
Good. One,
So
yep. 1/2 base is 8 and height is what?
7.
Good. And that's gonna give you, that turns into 4, which I think I heard you doing before. So that's what, 28? But then I have to multiply that by what?
3 or 6.
Well, how
Would
many of
be-
those shapes are there?
Well, there's 6, right?
Nope. There's 1.
So then
There's
3.
2.
Okay, I was thinking like the little triangles. Okay.
Right. But
I
remember,
was
we
just-
did this
yeah.
full. Yeah, you see how we
Yeah,
did that
I
full
was
triangle?
I was overthinking it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
28 times 3. So then just add those together. Whatever 28 times 3 is, plus 240 plus 13.8. 28
Wait.
times 3. Did I do that right?
Wouldn't it be 14 times 3 because it's half?
No, because remember I took 8. Look what I did. I already took 8. I took half of 8, which is 4.
Yeah.
See how this was 8 and 7? So I did 1/2 of 8 times 7. So I first just took half of 8, which is 4.
Oh,
4
I
times
thought
7 is 28.
I thought you were supposed to do half of 28. Okay. All right. Okay, so then 28 times 3 is 84. So 84. And then just add them all up, right?
Hey, Mr. Dwyer.
Mhm. What's up, Mitchell? Just finishing up here with Ava. She's a new student, so
All right.
getting you acclimated to the way we do these things here. Ava, I want to have you stay on because Mitchell's usually okay with this, and
Okay.
you can just mute me, but go ahead and stay on and add more pictures to this and do the work on your own.
Okay.
Okay? Do you
Okay.
mind doing that? Do you have a couple more questions you want to do?
I think I might actually be good. It was just those couple questions that I wanted to go over. But yeah.
Feeling better about that?
Yeah, a little bit. My quiz is on Thursday.